I groggily awaken to a bright mid-afternoon room. I'm in a strange place. Where am I?
Welcome back to another episode of Sinsations, y'all. Last time we met Envy for the first time, and he wasted no time getting us wet with his sweat, so let's continue. We fell asleep in his place last night because we're broke.
Suddenly, I remember. I'm at Envy's house. It's bright outside. He must be at La Casita working, and he left me here.
He just left us alone in his apartment? Are we that trustworthy? I don't know.
I scramble up from the couch and see a note left on the door of his apartment.
Wow, first unread thing in this game that I actually have to read. Kosuke, I had to go to work, and I didn't want to disturb your sleep. I've already told my parents I will leave work at 5. Please lock the door when you leave to head over here. I'm excited to see you, Alexander.
I check my hell watch. 3:12 p.m.
How do we sleep that long?
Still plenty of time to get over to Envy's restaurant. But is there anything I should do first?
Has Sloth infected us? Clean up the couch I just slept on, take a shower, and get ready for the date. Snoop around his apartment like a jaw. I can't stop snooping.
I decide to take a closer look around.
He's not even here. He doesn't know.
I mean, it's not like he'd ever find out.
He probably has cameras set up.
I walk down the hallway to Envy's bedroom. The door is shut, so I carefully open it. I'm not sure why I'm being quiet. Something about being a snoop makes you automatically tread carefully. Envy's bedroom is as meticulous as the rest of his house. A lone potted plant sits by his window. A desk with a computer. A few books on his bookshelf. Nothing out of the ordinary. But that's because someone like Envy would definitely keep his stuff under his bed. I look under Envy's bed, but there's nothing. Not even cobwebs. Envy must have cleaned it recently. Weird. I've only got limited time. Should I look anywhere else, or call it good?
What the hell? Why can I not advance the dialogue? Hello? I'm clicking. Do I have to click somewhere on the... Oh, I see. It happened again. I have to click somewhere on the screen. Alright, well, it looks like I can really only look at the bookshelf, the computer. Oh, in this drawer? Oh, in a plant. That's interesting. Can't really look at anything else, it looks like. Well, let's go with the computer. Why would we... Well, I don't know how we're gonna find the password to it.
I decide to turn on his computer and see what interests him. After a moment, I'm staring at Envy's desktop. There's a family picture on his background. His parents and his older brother. They're on vacation somewhere, and everyone but Envy looks like they're having a great time. I search through a few other things, but find nothing really interesting. There's a few games, chat program, ton of folders for pictures marked with dates, and a bunch of text files that Envy's written, but I don't have time to read them. I turn off Envy's computer, feeling pretty bad at invading his private space.
No, you came in here with a gleeful little smirk on your face. Oh, do I have to click something else? Okay. Well, I guess let's... Fine, I'll check the plant.
I check the tiny palm tree Envy's growing. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. It's a plant.
That was weird. Did you guys hear that? That was very strange in the voice line. Unless my earphones just broke. Anyway. Why did Envy get so pissed I looked at his plant? He doesn't know.
I exit Envy's room and realize time is getting on.
No, I made the wrong choices. It must have been in the bookshelf or the drawer. Oh gosh. He probably has something real weird in there.
Well, here I am. I'll just stop in and see if Envy's ready to go.
Hey, I just got off.
God, you're
I'm ready
sweaty
if you're
already.
ready. Let's go.
Envy rushes out the door, hastily wiping his hands on his clothes.
Wipe your face on your clothes too. Don't worry, I'll look away.
Whoa, what's the rush?
Alejandro! Stop!
A large woman barrels out the door. She angrily dusts off her hands and marches up to Alex, shaking her head.
So this is how you treat your aging mother. I ask you for just one more thing, and you decide to ignore it and leave?
Honey, you look strong enough to do it yourself.
Mom, I told you I was leaving at 5.
We still have a few minutes. Come, come. Your boyfriend can help too. That way it is faster.
Envy looks at me in a panic, unsure of what to do in the situation. So I decide to help him out. Of course we'll help, but I don't think I've been introduced yet. I'm Kosuke. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Kosuke, this is my mother, Rosa Maria.
Forgive me. It is Kosuke, right? Alex hasn't stopped talking about you today. Come, give me a hug. It's so nice Alex has a relationship. Finally. It's been too long.
I find myself crushed uncomfortably into her embrace. I return it as best I can.
So nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Okay, come in, come in. We just need to replace the menus. It will take just a short time. Then you can go.
Please groan a little louder.
Oye, you stop that. Even your boyfriend is more helpful than you. I swear.
Okay, so where's the menus? I give Envy a sympathetic look to let him know I'm on his side.
They are right here. We have 110 menus. If we start now, we should have them all done by dinner rush.
Wait, what are we doing with the menus?
There's never any dinner rush.
Disrespectful. After all your father and I do to provide our children a good life.
Alright, well, let's get started. Envy's mom shoots him a disapproving glare before plopping a few piles of menus in front of us.
Okay, we need all of the menu inserts replaced with these pages. Roman has a new seasonal beer out, so we're going to make sure our customers get the latest and best.
All the menu inserts replaced? Just get new menu holders, you know? Why do we have to replace them all the time?
I know from reading the menu previously, Roman is Envy's brother. I wonder if I should ask more about him.
Yeah, girl, we're not asking.
Ah, neat. So I came in last night for dinner, and I have to say, Alex is a great cook. You must be very proud.
I needed to do that so I could... Technically, we just used our less power, did we? I mean, is that technically using our less power? Whatever. Because he doesn't like that, but whatever. I needed to do that to counteract all the snooping and... yeah, all the snooping I did today. And even yesterday to counteract all the getting in cars with strangers that Envy also took, some problems with.
Envy perks up slightly, but says nothing.
Alex learned everything he knows from me. All my recipes were taught to him, and he still messes them up sometimes.
Oh my god. This poor you.
I watch Envy sigh and deflate like an exhausted balloon. Well, even so, he cooked some of the best food I've ever had last night. I think he's pretty great.
Have you tried my sopapillas? Those are the best in the world. A family secret recipe.
I haven't. Maybe after our date we could come back and try some? What do you think, Alex? Envy's face freezes, as if that's the very last thing he'd like to do. But he covers it quite well.
Well, I wasn't planning on coming back to work.
It's decided. This is a wonderful idea. You two come back before we close. I'll have some fresh ones made. Okay? Okay.
Oh no, look what you've done, Lust.
Thank you so much for your help, Kosuke. Now then, you two, out. We have dinner guests coming. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We walk to Envy's pickup truck. Envy a little faster than me. I don't blame him. Seems like a stressful family situation. Envy opens my door for me, and I step up and into the passenger seat. Envy hops into the driver's seat and sighs.
Sorry about that. I know you didn't come here to work.
The odor in this car cannot be pleasant.
It's alright. It was nice to meet your mom.
Was it? What did you like best? Her warm personality or her respect for boundaries?
Well, I suppose every family has their own ways of interacting.
I had originally planned to take you to a fancy restaurant, but a few days ago I saw that there was a meteor shower tonight, and the weather is clear, so I thought maybe we could go watch that. If that is not something you want to do, I kept the reservations for a fancy dinner. What do you think?
I mean, it sounds like you want to do the meteor shower, so...
I think we could go to a restaurant anytime. A meteor shower seems like the obvious choice.
Ah, great. I packed food for tonight, just in case. It would have been a shame to waste it.
Well, your food's as good as any restaurant's, so that's even better.
You're very kind. Well, let's head there. The shower is supposed to happen at 7 and continue until 10. We should drive out to a spot outside the city, so there's less light.
I'm ready to go. Envy nods and turns on his truck. In a few seconds, we've exited La Casita's parking lot. So, did you have a specific place in mind for the meteor shower?
I do. I visit this place outside the city often enough. It's about an hour drive. It's a rare place these days to go somewhere and there's nobody else. The solitude can be nice. For thinking.
True. I imagine you go there when you've got time off work?
Sometimes. I rarely have time off work.
I see. You seem to do a lot around the restaurant.
Yes, but it is necessary. My parents need something to do. They refuse to retire and, honestly, I'm not sure if they could. It would break their hearts to admit defeat.
You need to just, like, get ownership of the place from your parents and then just close it right, right under them, you know? That'd really...
What about your heart?
Would really, give them a rude awakening.
What about your heart? It's good to care about others and their well-being, but what about your own?
Family is important.
But you seem to hate them.
Yes, but so's your own happiness, I would think.
It is. But perhaps my own happiness is fated to never be realized.
Okay. Alright, okay. I got... is this a date? Or is this a therapy session?
What makes you say something like that?
I do not think you would understand. Let's talk of happier things.
I wouldn't understand. Girl, what? Who are you?
No problem. Sorry.
Some shonen protagonist. You wouldn't understand.
No, I appreciate the sentiment. Anyway, I made salsa and chips for tonight, as well as soft-shell tacos. I also, made sopapillas. So we have no reason to rush back to the restaurant for my mother's.
Oh, wow. You did a lot of prep work for this date. I feel like I should have contributed
Well, we have
something.
$0.00, so...
No. It is okay. I wanted things to go well. It's nothing.
Will your mom mind us not going back to have her dessert?
Unfortunately, cell phone reception at this location is somewhat scarce. Maybe difficult to contact her. I'm sure my father will enjoy the sopapillas nonetheless.
You seem to have thought of everything.
So, on a different topic, do you like pets?
That's a random question.
Sorry. I like to know what people's preferences are on animals. You can learn a lot about people and how they feel about them.
Interesting. I'd say I'm pretty neutral on them. I don't have any pets currently. Most pets don't bother me, though. Dogs, cats, stuff like that.
I see. I do not have pets myself. But I think I would like one. When I have more time. Like a cat.
Maybe quit the restaurant then, girl.
Cats are cute.
They are! And you can squeeze their little feet.
No, you can't.
So adorable.
They are very... Oh, I know. My cat is very irate upon the squeezing of the feet. But my cat's awful, so...
Some cats won't let you touch their paws.
Yeah, he knows.
This is true. But I know the cat I got would let me.
You got? So you have one?
What type of cat would you get?
You mean the cat you would get?
I think any type is fine. There are a lot of animals out there that need homes. Perhaps I would adopt one.
That's really sweet of you. Why not get one?
I don't have the time to dedicate to a pet currently. Perhaps when my restaurant duty's slow.
Cats are pretty independent. Might be able to find one that's workable with your work schedule. We should go to a shelter and look at them at least.
Possibly. I would like that a lot. I just would not want them to be lonely. Especially knowing how lonely I can get myself.
Why don't you tell me about your clinical depression now?
What do you mean?
I would not want to burden you with heavy topics on our first date.
No, it's fine. You just told us how you're being crushed under the burden of helping your parents at their restaurant and how lonely you are, but, you know, let's not go any further than that. That might ruin the date. It's not a burden to take your feelings. Okay, I guess the first one. Watch it be bad.
Well,
Okay.
it must be somewhat apparent. I'm not very happy with the limited time I have. I take a lot of time for running the restaurant, but little time to advance my own life.
Understandable. Have you talked with your parents about it?
A few times. They always say it will just be for a little while longer, while things turn around. Or while they hire new help. But they have no money for that. We can barely afford the limited staff we already have.
So you're kind of trapped there until things do change, but they aren't going to change.
Right.
That seems like a tough situation, and honestly, I don't have much advice to give on it. I think you have a good heart, and you're doing your best, but...
But F your parents. Get out of there.
But just remember, there's no shame in setting boundaries and keeping them. You can vastly improve your relationships by following that. Family, dating, doesn't matter what really. Having some standards for yourself that make you happy is important.
I agree. Though, it sometimes feels like I'm cursed to be this way forever.
Cursed? I wonder if he'll tell me he's a deadly sin.
Is that an icebreaker for him? Is that something he brings up on date? Well, given what he's already told us on this date, maybe he'll just mention. And Lucifer also selected me to be the deadly sin of envy. Apparently, I'm that pathetic of a bitch. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. I think I have been this way so long. My family has always walked over any boundaries I set. And I sort of let it happen.
There's no time like the present to try, I think. And even if it's tough and you make mistakes on the way, it's a good way to improve yourself and your happiness.
I know. I set a boundary today and stuck to it. Somewhat, I suppose.
How so?
Well, I stuck to taking tonight off to be with you, despite a lot of pressure from my mom.
She tried to get you to stay?
Well, she makes me feel guilty for going out. But, I feel a lot more at ease tonight than I have in some time.
I'm glad.
Here we are. I need to drive off-road a little bit here, so it will be very bumpy. Difficult to hear or talk for just a little bit.
No worries. Envy pulls off the road, and just as he said, the truck loudly rolls over unpaved dirt and rocks for about 10 minutes, before he stops the car.
Here, it's just a short walk up this hill. Would you help me carry some of this stuff?
What is this coat that you've thrown over your shoulders?
Sure, just hand me what you need. Envy opens the back door of his truck and digs through the back seat.
Here, you can carry the food and the drinks.
Envy hands me a small cooler full of drinks and a bag full of food. I notice him struggling to carry a few blankets, pillows, and an awkwardly shaped box of metal and plastic. What's that?
Ah, this is a space heater. Operates by battery. Just in case we get cold.
Who brings a space heater to go look under the stars? I didn't even know there was, like a transportable space heaters like that.
That's a good idea. It is nighttime in a desert, after all. After a few moments of unpacking, he locks his truck and we walk up the hill. I'm so out of shape, I'm breathing heavily when we finally get to the top. Envy starts laying down a blanket on a boulder that overlooks the far desert.
Here we are. This is my thinking boulder. If we face away from the city, we should have a clear view of the meteor shower.
Sounds good. I'll set the food here.
Well, if you're hungry, we could eat now. There's still a bit of time before the meteors appear.
I am hungry, actually, so I'd love to.
I brought some drinks, too. Water and tequila. Do you like tequila?
Do I have to like tequila?
I've never just had it by itself, honestly.
It's not easy to drink. But this is a test run from my brother's brewery. He's looking to expand into the tequila market, not just beer.
Why do you have your brother's tequila? I thought you'd hate that.
I see. Do you like it?
For a tequila, it is not bad.
Then let's try some.
Oh, now?
Why not now? You just mentioned it. I guess for the wait, but you're the one who brought it up just now and asked me if I tried it before.
On second thought, I haven't eaten anything today, so let's eat something, then have a drink.
Ah, that is a good idea. I was going to suggest the same. Here, let me get the food
Well,
out.
next time if you're going to suggest the same, don't start mentioning the tequila first. Who mentions the tequila first and then says, no, let's eat first? I didn't want to drink the tequila now. I just mentioned it. What?
Envy rummages through the bag for the food and has everything meticulously separated in little containers in plastic wrap.
Chicken or beef?
Well, girl, I don't know what's going to upset him right now. I can't deal with these capricious sins where the smallest little thing upsets him. What do you care if I have chicken or beef? Well, I usually have chicken because I don't like red meat, so...
I'll take
Neutral.
chicken, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I like both, so I wanted to give you the option. These are going to be a little plain, just because they had to travel. I hope they are still alright.
Well, I'll try one and give you my honest opinion. I try one of the tacos, and as expected, it's delicious. Envy seems like he constantly second-guesses himself. Must be a habit from having a mom like his. They're delicious, Alex.
Really?
Yes, really. You have quite the ability with cooking.
Thank you.
We both lapse into silence as we eat, gazing out across the dark desert. Random lights here and there turn off as rural folk head to bed. Being so far from the city, ordinary noise seems amplified. A light breeze blows. A rock skitters down the hill. Even just talking seems very out of place. After a short time, we've finished eating, and Envy has meticulously packed up everything he brought with him. I like that he didn't litter. Not that I expected him to.
Well, the meteor shower is soon. We can maybe have a little to drink and then watch.
Sounds good. We both lay down, and Envy pours us what appears to be a couple shots of hard liquor. He smiles and drinks it down in one gulp, then lays down on the blanket he had set out. I drink my own liquor, cough harshly for a few seconds, and then lay down as well. Envy placed the space heater at the bottom of the blanket, probably to keep our feet warm.
It feels nice, being with someone out here.
It does.
So, what will you wish for? For the meteors. You're supposed to make a wish on one of them. I know it is silly, but why not?
I'm 25? That's why not.
If I were to wish for something.
Oh. True happiness? Maybe. At least I think this will at least be neutral. If it's either love or true happiness. Why am I saying true happiness? It just says happiness. It says true love. Okay, happiness. I'm too afraid to augment it.
I think I'd wish
Damn.
for happiness. That would be broad enough that I would get whatever would make me ultimately happy.
That is what I thought as well, Kosuke. Whether money or love or something else.
So, you'd wish for happiness?
I would. Money would help, yes. But I look at my brother and know, deep down, he is not happy. Even though he has so much money.
Do you get along with your brother?
I would say we are polite. We're nice enough at family gatherings. He decided to pursue his career, and it worked out for him.
So he has a good career?
He's very wealthy. He likes to come to family gatherings and make that very obvious.
How does he make it obvious? I mean, at a family gathering, like, what is he doing? Is he just talking himself up big, or is he throwing around some cash? Is he making it
Does
rain
he
on the
help out your
bitches?
parents?
Not often. I think when people become wealthy, they become afraid of losing that wealth. It makes them stingy. I would say, rich people and people who show off their wealth, they leave the poorest tips for waiters. And people who have less, who know what it is to struggle, they are more generous.
That's interesting. I find it kind of weird your brother won't help out your parents if he's so rich. Seems like it would allow you more freedom too.
My parents are too proud to ask, and Roman is too full of himself to consider others. Perhaps one day he will realize things a bit better.
Hopefully. How often does he visit?
As coincidence would have it, he is visiting the family tomorrow and through the next few days. I'm certain it is because he is expanding his business, and he would like to talk of that with my parents.
Oh. Will you be busy the next few days then?
Just with ordinary work. My parents will likely close La Casita for a day so Roman can have a big get-together.
That sounds fun at least.
Perhaps.
Maybe we could hang out the next few days, since your brother's coming to visit. Might put him on his best behavior. And gives me a perfect setup to stay at Envy's place longer.
Gives me a perfect setup to just crash at your place forever. I just live with you now.
I would like that. Perhaps you could stay at my place while he visits, so I can decline him staying at my place. Only if you would like to, of course.
What luck. I'd love to. I appreciate the offer.
Great. Ah, look! The first meteors are arriving.
Yay! How long am I supposed to watch this? I'd be the worst person to go to a meteor shower. I'd be so bored. I'd just be like, why? Ooh, cute. I'd just be like, what are we doing here?
We stop talking as the first meteors brilliantly streak across the sky. Sporadically at first, then increasing to several dozen at once. It's a brilliant show. I've never seen something like it before.
Truly, though, I would just be complaining the whole time. I'd be like, why are we watching this? How is this enriching my life?
After just over an hour, the meteor shower slows to just a few sporadic streaks of light racing across the sky. That was really amazing.
I would not be acting that way if I was lost. I'd be like, so I'm freezing my ass off in the middle of the desert for nothing.
Did you make your wish?
I did, just in case.
That's good. Me too.
I roll onto my side and look at Envy. He seems peaceful, his usual worried expression relaxed.
Well, there's no way going for the kiss can be bad, right?
I decide to go for it and move my hand onto his chest. Is this okay, Alex?
Better be, girl. I've already slept at your place.
Yes.
I open my eyes and realize that we both slept till early morning. My entire body feels like one giant ache. My hell watch says it's 4:50 a.m. Still dark, but getting more light. I look over and see Envy is stirring from his sleep too.
But that is where I'll end today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'd just like to thank all my patrons that support me at the 8 tier or above. And their names are NQS, Felix, Blue Lagoon, and Jesse Olson. So thank you guys. And of course I thank all my patrons for supporting me, which makes it possible for me to play games like this on my channel. And next time when we come back, I guess we're just going to be permanently crashing at Envy's house. Are we just going to be crashing at everyone's place? Well, I guess Envy owns a hotel, I remember from last time, right? So we stay there for free. Are we just going to be crashing at Wrath's place and Pride's place and Gluttony's place too? It's a little sad, it's a little pathetic. But we'll find out in the next episode. Bye, guys.